Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to submit an ILL advancement transaction in your T Encompass accounts. I'm going to kind of walk through kind of just the steps that you would need to complete this task. It shouldn't take more than just a few minutes. And so I'm going to turn off my camera here and focus just on the screen. So the first thing that you'll get to is you will actually, when you log in, you will click on My Educator Profile, and then you will click on the Transaction tab. And so that's where I'm starting right here at the Transaction tab. You're going to click Start a New Transaction. And once this populates, you're going to look for the transaction type that says Advance an Active License. You're going to click on that, and then you will select your ILL Administrator license. And then from here, this will actually take you into the transaction wizard itself. And so you're going to hit Start Transaction. And so as you're going through it, you can review your information to make sure everything is there and is correct. But to start with, as soon as you start this transaction, when you get to this screen where it has the overview, recommendation, tassel, and you can see all the tabs at the top, at this point, you're actually going to want to go up here to this little back button, and you're going to want to back out of the transaction. And the reason why is because one of the things that you have to have in this transaction is a recommendation from your superintendent or superintendent designee for the advancement to take place. So you're going to click the back button, and at that point, you can basically just kind of log out of your T Encompass account, and you'll need to notify your superintendent designee of your central office or your superintendent that you have started a ILL advancement transaction and that you need them to go in and submit their recommendation. Once they have told you they've gone in and submitted their recommendation, at that point, you would then go back into the transaction itself. You just click the little blue view button and it'll take you right back to this screen that you see here. So I'm just going to kind of go through each one. So for overview, I'm just going to go to the next tab. It's going to take me to the recommendation. This section should have been completed by your superintendent designee or your superintendent. You can check it to make sure it's correct by looking down here where it says the recommendation section. If it has been signed, it will tell you who it's been signed by and the date it was signed. Okay. And so you should be able to see that information to make sure everything looks correct. At that point, you would scroll down here. You're going to click the I verify button that says the recommendation from the director of schools, leader of charter school has been completed. And so you'll click that, check that little box, and then you'll hit save and continue. At this point, you will then go to the next tab, which is the Tassel tab. This is for you just to kind of keep gauge of your Tassel hours. You're just going to hit show all, and it should show you every year that you've been in a Tassel mandated position. The key here is you're looking for at these sections to be in green. And so the minimum number of tassel hours you have to have for all of your tassel mandated years is 14. So just make sure that for all of your tassel mandated years that you have the 14 needed hours for each of them. So you'll check those, you'll come down here, I verify that I've met all the requirements for the tassel hours, and then you'll hit save and continue. The next section of the actual transaction will take you to the professional learning plan. This is really going to be where your information from the Tassel Academy has been uploaded. So obviously you won't see it here in mine, but in yours, you should see a blue banner towards up here at the top that'll basically say that you are a completer of either the principal slash AP Tassel Academy, or you are a completer of the Supervisor Academy. As long as you see that blue tab at the top, that lets you know that that information has been uploaded into your T Encompass account. And so at that point, you would just click the I verify button, and then you would hit save and continue. The next tab is the Literacy Success Act requirement. It is understood that in order for you to renew or advance ILL transactions, the ILL does require that you've actually completed the early reading training or the secondary reading training or the literacy assessment. And so you do need to make sure you have uploaded that documentation. Just so you know, you won't actually upload it directly in the transaction. You will upload it in the attachment section under the licensure tab once you first kind of click my educator profile. So as you can see here, I have mine uploaded into this section. So at that point, I would just click the I verify box, and then I would hit save and continue. At the next point is out of state attachments. The truth is, there's really no out of state attachments that you would really need here because you're obviously advancing by way of the Tassel Academy. So at this section, when this tab opens up, you're basically just going to kind of go past it. You will need to make sure you hit the I verify box on the tab. You can't just skip past it. You got to click that, saying that you verify all the documents are correct. Hit save and continue, and then that'll take you to the summary tab. And the summary tab is where you can just kind of look over everything to make sure that everything is in order as you have everything submitted. You're going to hit the save and continue button here again. Okay, it's going to prompt this little submission confirmation. Okay, you're going to hit submit. But that is actually not where you finish the transaction. There is one other item that you are going to have to do, and that is completing the personal affirmation. So once you've done it, you'll notice here at the top, it'll say waiting for personal information. You should see this little blue kind of banner up here, and this little button says add personal affirmation. You're going to click on it, and then you're going to go through and you're going to answer all the questions here, and then you'll hit the I verify box. And at that point, once you've answered all the questions and you hit the I verify box, the submit button will become active to you. You'll click that, and then another little box will appear, just basically you confirming everything, and then you will submit that to our office for review. Just as a reminder, in order to advance the ILL to an ILLP, you do have to have 2 years of experience on the recent validity period of your license. So if you only have 1 year of experience on your current license validity period, you're not going to be able to advance it until you get that second year. If you fall in that category, you don't need to worry because your Tassel Academy completion will stay on your T Encompass account. So if you have to wait that one extra year, it's not going to be an issue for you after you complete your second year on this validity period of your license, because that will still be there in the Tassel section. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out to the Tassel inbox, which is tassel.information@tn.gov. And if you have any questions, please direct them there. Thanks and have a great rest of your day.